Welcome to Math Chinedu Hub. Today we'll be looking at quadratic equation by factorization method. I told you in my previous video that we have 4 different methods in solving this problem when it comes to quadratic equation or expression. Good. So one is factorization method. Second one is completing the square method. The third one is formula method, or we call it almighty formula. The last, which is graphical method. So today we are looking at one of the methods in solving this topic called quadratic equation. Good. So the difference between an equation and expression, an equation has sign of equality that's equal to, while expression does not have. This from here to here is what we call an expression. So, but once you put it is equal to 0, it becomes an equation. So, the first one is x squared minus 10x plus 16 is equal to 0. Now, we are going to look at this thing in a simplified way, step by step. The first thing we do is we multiply what? The coefficient of x squared by this constant. It's called constant. The number here, of course, this is what? Nothing, which is 1 x squared, but it's just written as x squared. So 1 times 16 is giving us positive what? 16. Of course, x squared times 16 is giving us what? Positive 16x squared. Okay, the next thing we do, this we call it the products of what? These two. The next thing we do is that we find the factors of this 16. Two numbers that we multiply them together, it will give you what? 16. Okay, so we have, here we have what? Of course, 1 factors, let's put it here like this, factors of 16. We have 1 and 16, or you can see 16 and 1. Then we also have another one again, 2 and 8. The last factor is 4 and 4. That means 4 times 4, 2 times 8, 16 times 1. These are the factors that will give us what? 16. But we are looking for the sum that is 2. When you add any of these factors, this or this, this or this or this, when you add or subtract, that will give you the coefficient of x, which is what? Which is minus 10. Now if you look at this, 16 plus 1, that is 17. It will give us what? Minus 10. If you also subtract, 16 minus 1 is 15. So it still will not give us what? Minus 10. So this one, these two factors, this one is what? Is out of it. Now let's try this one. 2 plus 8 is what? Is 10. But we will not use that because it's still giving us what? It's still giving us positive 10. We are looking for negative 10, minus 10. Okay? Of course, this one is out of it. But our answer lies here, 2 and 8. But we have to make it to look the exact coefficient of x, which is what? Minus 10, not plus 10. So in this case, it's going to be what? Minus 2, minus 2. Of course, minus 2 is giving us minus 10. To give us negative 10. So we are going with this. So this is going to replace the coefficient of what? X, which is minus 10. So in this case now, we will now have x squared. Okay, we are replacing this now, minus 2x minus 8x. Then we bring our what? Plus 16 down is equal to 0. Now what this means is that minus 2x minus 8x will still give us minus 10x. That's just what we just did here. Okay, so the next thing we do, let's factorize this. Okay. Now, what's common here? We look at x squared, we look at 2x. What's common? Okay, what we have here that's common is what? Is x. X is here, x is here. So we write your x outside. Now, x squared divided by what? By x. X simply means x times x. Just like this, x times x, all over what? This x. Okay, this will cancel out this. So we are left with what? With 1x. So we write our what? Our x here. And of course, x times x will still give us x squared. Now, move to this one now. 2x divided by x. That's giving us what? 2. Here, we are now having what? X minus inside the what? Inside the bracket. So let's bring out this one down. Okay. So what's common here? If you look at here, what can go into 8x and 16? 8 can go into these two numbers here. So we bring our 8 outside. Okay. 8x divided by 8 is giving us x. Just like this, 8 times x all over 8. So we are having what? X left. Okay. So here, 60, we have plus here, which is what? Positive. And we have negative sign outside. So we have to multiply out. Now, minus times plus is giving us what? Minus. 16 divided by what? By 8 is giving us 2. We have is equal to 0. There's something you need to notice, or you should always observe whenever you're solving this problem, is that whatever you get inside this bracket must be the same. Can you see this? It must be the same thing. When you don't get the same thing inside the bracket, it simply means that you are wrong. So take note of this. It simply means that you are what? You are wrong. Good. So this we have here now x minus 8. As you can see, we have x minus 8. Then we'll take one of these because these two, you can see these two what? They are the same thing. So take one of these, which is what? X minus 2 is equal to 0. I hope you are following. Good. So this simply means x minus 8 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0. Of course, we are going to move this minus 8 to this right hand side. This is minus, this is negative. Coming here becomes positive 8. Or the same thing here, this minus 2 come to this side, it also becomes x is equal to what? Plus 2. Are you following? Okay, so this is what we are having here. Now let's look at solution 2 and see what we get in this one as well. So we can take this side for solution 2. Let's take this factor here. Okay, 2, which is 5x squared plus 9x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so just like we did here, let's multiply this. This will now give us what? It's going to give us negative what? 10x squared. That's the product of these two. The next thing we find the factors. Two numbers, when we add together, okay, the two numbers multiply to get this. Then the sum, by the time we add or subtract to get plus 9, here we are having plus 9. That's what we are having in this side. So let's take here as our factors. So of course we're taking what? 1 and 10. That will give us what? 10. Then we also have here 2 and 5. These are the factors that will give us this 10. Okay. So let's see. Here we have here 1 plus 10 is giving us what? 11. Okay. But 1 minus 10 is giving us minus what? 9. We will not take this one. But rather, we are going to take what? Minus 1 and plus 10. Minus 1 plus 10 is going to give us what? Plus 9. It's just like saying 10 minus 1. To give us what? Plus 9. Okay, so we are going with this 2. So this is going to replace this plus 9x. So let's now have 5x squared, of course, minus, when we say minus 1x and minus x, they are the same thing. So we don't write minus 1x, we write minus x. Then here we have plus 10x minus 2 is equal to 0. Good. Now let's factorize this and see what we are going to get. Okay, what's common here? We can divide these 2. Of course, we look here, you see that what? X can divide these 2. So we are going to have what? X here. Okay, now 5x squared divided by x is going to give us 5x. Now x divided by x is going to give us what? Minus 1. The same thing here. What can go here? What's common here? What can divide here? You can see 2 can divide here and 2 can also divide here. So we're taking 2. 10x divided by 2 is giving us what? 5x. And of course, plus times minus is giving us what? Minus. 2 divided by 2, we are having what? 1 is equal to 0. Remember what I told you here? What I told you earlier? I say that you must have the same thing here. Whatever you have inside the bracket must correspond with this. I told you in equation 1. As you can see here we have the same thing. So it's very important to take note of this, please. So, okay, good. Now we now have x plus 2. We take one of these. 5x minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is now giving us x plus 2 is equal to 0, or 5x minus 1 is equal to 0. Let's take this plus 2 to this side. It becomes x is equal to negative what? 2, or 5x, this minus 1 crosses here becomes plus 1. But you know, this one, x, we're having 5x, so we can't do it like this. So to get x here, we divide both sides. We divide both sides by 5. The coefficient of x, which is 5. So this 5 will divide this. We are left with what? 1 all over 5. So therefore, x is equal to minus 2, or x is equal to 1 all over 5. Thank you for today's topic. See you in the next topic. Bye.